Hello guys, I am Hitesh Tripathi and I am your instructor via Newton School, and today in day 3 of this playlist, that is data structures and algorithms, we are going to see some must do problems of binary search. Okay, and we will see how we can approach these problems, and how we can use simply pre-built functions of STL to solve these problems. Okay, so some one or two important problems, and you will get idea of doing binary search question from these problems also. Okay, so before that, let's see what Newton School is. Basically, Newton School is an e-learning platform in which they are providing you placement trainings. Okay, so they will train you for placements by training you as a full stack developer, and then they will also get you placed in these companies like Topper, 7-Eleven, Masterec, Rapido, Unacademy, Dream 11, Deloitte. Okay, so they will teach you everything like data structures and algorithms, programming language, front end, back end, and different core subjects like DBMS, OS, CN, everything. Oops, also. And then they will also get you placed in these companies. And not only this, one thing more, that they will provide you minimum CTC of 5 lakh, which is also a good thing. So only thing you need to do is come to their website, that is newtonschool.co, and check their pay after placement program. Okay, now these days they also have a new initiative, that is Launchpad. Under Launchpad initiative, they are providing you everything for free. Okay, so you just need to come to their website, sign up for free, and start learning for free. Okay, so just click on start now for free, and you will get that there are different courses by them and by their instructors, like Java for different programming languages and for everything, for frameworks, for core subjects, for coding, for languages, everything. Okay, so just come to their website newtonschool.co and check their pay after placement program and launchpad initiative. Fine. Now after this, if you haven't checked this playlist in which I have taught you everything about C++ and then also STL in C++. So STL is very important during your DSA learning and in your competitive programming journey and your coding interviews and everything. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed this channel, that is Code Kitchen Newton School, kindly subscribe this channel and bookmark this playlist. Now after this, we have also begin with data structures and algorithms, and we have already learned linear search, binary search, and lower bound, some pre-built functions of binary search. So today in this video, we are going to see how we can use these pre-built functions of binary search, that is lower bound, upper bound, and binary search, and what are different problems arises from binary search. Okay, so let's start with our today's lecture, and let's see our first problem for today. That is, given a sorted array and we have to find frequency of x in log n time. Okay, where n is size of the array. Suppose, so question is simply saying that you have a sorted array. Okay, and you have some values in it like 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have some value x. You have to find frequency of x in the sorted array. So one thing you can simply do is you can iterate in this array and from a starting and take a counter, and whenever you think you get some element that is equals to x, you can increase this counter. Okay, so time complexity of this method will be O of n, that is linear, where n is size of the array. Fine, but you need to do this operation in log n time. So somewhat whenever you get some thing to solve using log n approach, you can think of it as binary search. Okay, so in searching operations obviously. So here we will think some solution using binary search. One thing is given already in this array, that array is already sorted. Okay, so you can think of with that also, that it is obviously a prerequisite of binary search. That's why we are going to use binary search in this question. Fine. Now let's see how we are going to use binary search. what we have is we have some sorted array. Okay, suppose in this array we need to find frequency of 2. So for finding frequency of 2, what we need is we need first occurrence of 2 and somewhat last occurrence of 2. Okay, if we have these two indexes, then we can what simply do is, let's say if it is x and it is y, we can simply say that frequency of 2 is y minus x plus 1. Okay, so and since we know that our array is already sorted, that's why our all the 2's will be occurring together. Okay, that's why our frequency of 2 can be y minus x plus 1. But now how we are going to find these indexes x and y? For finding these indexes we are going to use binary search. Okay, let's see how. Suppose we need to find first index of occurrence of 2. Okay, so how we can approach that? Pause the video and think of some approach here. Okay, now I am telling you, suppose you have to find some index, some value, okay, which first occurrence of your value 2. Okay, so what we simply do in binary search, that we take out mid and we compare it, and we compare element at position mid with our target element. In this case we can say that our target is 2. Okay, so we will simply use a standard binary search here, or we try to use a standard binary search. We take out the mid index, and then there will be three possibilities only. That first possibility is be a of mid is greater than our target, that is 2. In this case, when a of mid is greater than our target, what we simply do is we search for our value in the left half of the array. Okay, suppose this is our mid and we found out that a of mid, that is 4, is greater than our target 2. It means, and we were searching for left index of this 2, that is x, you can say. That's why our left index of 2 will occur in left half of the array. Okay, so our range will get changed to 0 to mid minus 1. Fine. Now second possibility is when a of mid is less than my target. In that case we simply know that our range will become mid minus 1 to high, or you can say size of the array. Okay, fine. Now our third possibility is a of mid is equals to my target. Now this is the specific case and we need to focus on this, is that in this case when my a is equals to target, a mid is equals to target, let's say you can say this, you can say this is your mid. Okay, this is your mid right now and it is equals to target. Now you don't know that you have to go to left or you have to go to right. Okay, so since this is your a mid and it is equals to target, okay, so obviously your left index will not be going to occur in your right half of the array. Why? Because you already have this index as your left ones, your leftest ones, you can say that सबसे ज़्यादा left में you already have this index, so your left index cannot occur in this part of the array. Okay, so obviously you are going to search for your left index in this part of the array. Okay, in left part of the array. But here is also a possibility that जो तुम्हारा mid है, it is only the leftest index, you can say, leftmost index, you can say. Okay, that's why in this case when your a mid is equals to target, in this case your range will become 0 to mid. Okay, and not 0 to mid minus 1. Okay, fine. So this is your highlight of this question. So I have told you simply three cases. Okay, and when aim it is equals to target, you have to just simply modify it into a standard binary search and you will get the approach. Fine. Now this was my standard binary search approach, and let's see how we can use some pre-built functions to solve this question. Fine. So what pre-built functions till now we have learned, that is lower bound, upper bound and binary search. Okay. So pause the video and think of anything to solve this question with lower bound and upper bound. Okay. Now let me tell you our approach. We need to find first occurrence of x in sorted array. What if we found upper bound of x minus 1? What if we found upper bound of x minus 1? What are we going to get from this? We are obviously going to get first index in the array when x will occur. Why? Upper bound gives us index of value which is just greater than our passed value which I have passed as an argument. Okay. So first value that is greater than x minus 1 will be always x, and we know that x is already occurring in our array. Okay, so it will be giving us first index of x. Okay, and hence we can say that upper bound of x minus 1 will be our leftmost index of x. Okay, fine. Now we find it out simply, our leftmost index of x. Now we have to find out our rightmost index of x. Now pause the video and again think of something using upper bound and lower bound. Now I am saying that we can find out simply as upper bound of x. Upper bound of x will give me first occurrence of element that is greater than x. Okay, so instead of rightmost index of x, we are just going to get rightmost plus 1 index using this, and it will also work for us. Okay, so instead of rightmost index of occurrence of x, we are going to get rightmost plus 1 index using this. And now suppose we have some array 1 2 2 2 3 4 5, and suppose our target is 2, and now we know that left occurrence of x, that is 2, and rightmost plus 1 occurrence of x. Okay, like rightmost occurrence of x is this, and we know this index. So what we can simply do is, if it is y and this is x, we can simply tell that frequency of our target will be y minus x. Okay, so let me show you implementation of this simply. Okay, so suppose you have some size and then you inputted that array, and then you have some target and you want to find out frequency of this target in this sorted array. Okay, so what I have simply done is, x will be having my leftmost occurrence of my target, and y will be having my index rightmost occurrence of target plus 1. Okay, so what I can simply do is find out frequency of target as y minus x, and if I will run this code again, then leftmost occurrence of 6 is my target, leftmost occurrence is 6, and rightmost occurrence is 7. Okay, 7th index, that is not in the array right now, and frequency is 1 because 6 is occurring only one time in my array. Fine. Now we know this question. Let's get towards our second problem. Okay, and my second problem is that given a sorted array which get rotated circularly to the left by x, find the value of x. Okay, so this question is simply saying that you have some sorted array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, if you rotate this array by x, suppose we don't know x, and question has simply given you this array 4 5 6 7 1 2 3. Instead of this array, question has given you this array. Okay, so you have to simply tell value of x by how many times you have rotated this array. Okay, fine. So you can simply say that you have rotated this array by 3. One time rotation will bring 1 to the back side, second rotation will bring 2 to the back side, and third rotation will bring 3 to the back side. And that's why you have rotated 3 times this array to make this array using this array. Fine. Now we have to find out value of x. We can do simply this by checking this whole array using linear iteration, and whenever I will get something that some current index is greater than my further index, that is, let's say this index is I and this index is I plus 1. Okay, so if a of I is greater than a of I plus 1, I can simply say that my x value will be somewhat size of array minus this index I. Okay, so main operation in this question is to find this index. Okay, whenever my array of I will be greater than array of I plus 1, we have to find this index. Okay, so let's generalize this question is to find this index in the array where a of I is greater than a of I plus 1. Fine. Now how we can use binary search in this? We can again use a standard binary search, and let's try to implement a standard binary search in this question. Okay, suppose I have some 5 6 4 5 6 7 1 8 9 1 2 3. Okay, now I will implement a standard binary search, and in a standard binary search what we do is we find out mid index, and what we simply do is comparing it with my target. But right now my target is for a of mid is a of mid plus 1, simply a of mid plus 1, sorry, element at mid plus 1 index. Okay, fine. So I have two values for every index, and what will I do is simply I will firstly compare these elements. First possibility is a of mid is less than a of mid plus 1. Okay, and if it happens, it means that you have to do some operation in your range. Initially your range was 0 to n minus 1, you can say. Okay, where n is size of array. Okay, and you get some value that a of mid is less than a of mid plus 1. How you are going to change the range? Now you have to decide that for this operation you have to go to left half part or right half part. So how you are going to do that? There are two possibilities for this, using this. Okay, that either you will be in left half of the sorted array, or either you will be in the right half of the array. Okay, so अगर तुम्हें ये मिल रहा है a of mid is less than a of mid plus 1, so तुम्हारे पास दो पॉसिबिलिटीज है कि तुम कहीं यहां पर हो सकते हो, ये तुम्हारा मिड है और ये तुम्हारा मिड प्लस 1 है 7. ओके, और या तो तुम्हारा क्या हो सकता है दूसरा कि तुम कहीं यहां पे हो, ये तुम्हारा मिड है और ये तुम्हारा मिड प्लस 1 है. ओके, सो लेट्स से अगर तुम यहां पे हो, ठीक है, तो तुम्हें सिंपली कहां पे जाना पड़ेगा? अपनी लेफ्ट हाफ ऑफ द एरे में. तुम्हें अपनी रेंज कैसे जनरेट करनी पड़ेगी? 0 से मिड माइनस 1. ओके, अगर तुम यहां पे हो, अपनी मतलब राइट हाफ ऑफ द एरे में हो, राइट हाफ सॉर्टेड एरे में, और अगर तुम लेफ्ट हाफ सॉर्टेड एरे में हो, देन यू हैव टू एडजस्ट योर रेंज एज mid plus 1 to n. Okay, now how are you going to decide that तुम लेफ्ट हाफ एरे में हो या राइट हाफ एरे में हो? For that you can simply check that जो हमारा एरे का लास्ट एलिमेंट है, ओके, यूजिंग दिस, सपोज अगर तुम ए ऑफ मिड को क्या करो, मान लो अगर तुम लेफ्ट हाफ एरे में हो, ठीक है, तो लेफ्ट हाफ एरे में सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स जो हैं वो तुम्हारे लास्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ द एरे से बड़े हैं, ओके, बिकॉज तुमने क्या किया है, ये जो आगे के इससे छोटे एलिमेंट्स थे, ठीक है, उनको ही तुमने राइट में शिफ्ट कर दिया. दैट्स व्हाई ऑल द एलिमेंट्स इन लेफ्ट हाफ ऑफ द एरे आर ग्रेटर देन लास्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ द एरे. सो to simply check that you are in the left half or right half of the array, you can simply compare a of mid with last element of array. अगर तुम्हारा a of mid जो है, ठीक है, वो अगर तुम्हारे लास्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ एरे से बड़ा है, दैट इज a of mid is greater than a of n minus 1, then you can simply adjust your range as this, mid plus 1 to n. And इसका रिवर्स, अगर a of mid is less than a of n minus 1, that is some you are somewhere here, ठीक है, तो you can simply adjust your range as 0 to mid minus 1, and again you can do your standard binary search. Okay, fine. Now these were two most important problems that some interviewer will ask you. Okay, now there are some more problems, और binary search बहुत बड़ा topic है, okay, and we can have some more problems. One problem you can have is range operations. Okay, so suppose you have some array, okay, sorted array, and you have some value range 0 to some 10 raised 18, okay, and I'm just giving you a intuition कि तुम ऐसी problems में भी binary search use कर सकते हो. Okay, so you have something with this and you have to find out maximum number. Suppose you have some array, okay, suppose you have some two arrays, और इसमें तुम्हारा क्या है, इसमें तुम्हारे नॉर्मल एलिमेंट्स है 1 2 5 6 10 11 13, and in this array you have some other values 0 1 3 4 5 6 7, okay, and you have to find out maximum element in this array, okay, which will divide all these elements. Fine, which will divide all these elements, or you have to find out maximum element in this array which is less than all of these elements. Okay, so in this case also you can use binary search. How you will use binary search in this array? और सबसे पहले तुम मिड के लिए कंपेयर करोगे, ठीक है, कि तुम्हारा वो जो मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट ऑफ दिस एरे उससे छोटा है कि नहीं, अगर है देन यू विल सर्च फॉर सम बिगर एलिमेंट in the left half of the sub array. Okay, and if this element 4 is greater than your maximum element, then you will search some element for some element in the left half of the array. Okay, now ये तो तुम्हारे कुछ given elements हो गए. You can also do this in some range. Okay, तो इस तरह के काफी क्वेश्चंस बाइनरी सर्च में बनते हैं, and during this playlist we were keep thinking of these type of questions. So for that you have to subscribe this channel Code Kitchen Newton School, and you also have to check newtonschool.co and get the most out of it. Check their pay after placement program and launchpad initiative and get the most out of it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe this channel Code Kitchen Newton School.